Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of Baby Don't Cry. Let's do it. Baby Don't Cry is a crime romance thriller from director Dvorak. The film stars Zita Bai, Vas Provatakis, Boni Mata, and Helen Sun. Baby, a withdrawn and sensitive 17-year-old Chinese immigrant from a troubled home, is living in the outskirts of Seattle. One day she meets a 20-year-old delinquent named Fox. Together they embark on a twisted journey to escape their hopeless fate. So welcome back to my ongoing coverage of Fantasia Festival 2021. If you're into genre stuff like sci-fi, horror, fantasy, this is a great festival for you. And check back to the channel because I still have a couple more reviews coming. Now this is a strange little movie. I'm honestly not quite sure what they were going for. Yeah, it's kind of a romance. It's a coming-of-age film. There are thriller elements, there's some full-on fantasy. Some of it really worked for me, a lot of it didn't. I should say straight up that Zita Bai, who plays Baby, also wrote this film, so that's really cool. Like I said, there were things I liked about the movie. There are moments that are really, really powerful, but I felt like it never quite coalesced into something of a cohesive movie. But as per usual, we'll talk about the good and the things that didn't work for me. I really like the cast here. Bai does a pretty terrific job of holding this movie down. The majority of her portrayal of Baby is pretty stoic. She's an introvert, she's a little weird. Baby doesn't speak for the first 6 or 7 minutes of a movie named after the character. And when she does speak, it's not that often. But Bai imbues Baby with a pathos that is eventually paid off through the movie. And when she does let loose with her emotions, it's really pretty explosive. I also really like Provatakis as her boyfriend Fox. The dude does a great job of playing this sort of skeezy delinquent, but also making us sort of care about him in his own way. In our own way, I should say. And I loved Helen Sun as Baby's invalid mom, who is a pretty bizarre character. She has a scene during a dinner that was like really impressive. Rarely have I seen such angry eating. It kind of reminded me of Denethor in Return of the King. I think you'll know it when you see it. Now, as I mentioned, Baby has very little dialogue, and this is indeed a very quiet, pensive movie that touches on racism and classism, budding sexuality, and the search for oneself. Some of that works pretty well, but given the lack of dialogue, it can get pretty slow at times, and I wish the pacing had been a little bit more perky. We're also given these little moments of fantasy. When Baby's mom is berating her for whatever reason, Baby visualizes her with pig ears, and we hear the mom's dialogue, but it's also mixed in with pig grunting. But this only happens a couple times throughout, which makes it that much more jarring when it does happen. I feel like if we had seen a little more of it, it would have flown better. But given how infrequent it is and completely unexplained, it just seemed a little bit weird when I think it could have been fascinating with a couple of tweaks. Further, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to root for this romance between Baby and Fox. It's pretty toxic and gross at times. It's rather beautiful at other times. But the relationship really plays out in a really repetitive way. They're good, and then he's abusive, and then they're happy, and then he's cruel, and over, and it just got old kind of quick. But I did like that we got a shot of the Fremont Troll, which is a troll that lives under a bridge outside of Seattle. I've been there. Got a little thrill. Finally, I felt the climax was a little bit too much. Yeah, it was set up throughout the movie, but it still felt like it was going for something a little bit more extreme than the film had really earned, at least for me. Not that it's a bad scene, it's not. It's actually a pretty darn good scene, it just felt out of place. And the ending brings back that rarely used fantasy element stuff, which again, felt a little jarring. I certainly didn't hate Baby Don't Cry. I was hoping to enjoy it more. It had me curious for the majority of the runtime, and it had some really excellent moments, but like I said, it never felt like it really coalesced into something cohesive. I feel like this movie isn't sure what it wants to be. Fantasy, coming of age, romance, you name it. Like I said, there are moments that are really good, but in the end, I felt like it was lesser than the sum of its parts. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna give Baby Don't Cry, and I think I'm gonna give Baby Don't Cry a Baby on board out of 10. So now, I wanna know, are you looking for Baby Don't Cry? What's your favorite coming of age movie of all time? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. Just helps the video reach more people, helps the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, Fantasia Fest, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.